Hello and welcome to the Jingle 8 Show Half-Hour Power Hour. Come join us down the Witch's Road. Your name is...
My name is Michael Davis. Your name is...
Hannah Miljaw. And spoiler alert is in effect now. Now.
We have to explode a major mystery in Agatha all along to have today's conversation. So here it comes. Single H.
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. You've been warned. Stop now.
And go watch it on Disney Plus. It's amazing show. Yeah, today this week's episode, we finally got what the Funko Pop's already revealed.
What the Funko Pop's already revealed.
We got Wiccan this episode.
A Wiccan.
Yep.
Or is that his name, Wiccan?
That is his superhero moniker.
Okay. And explain it all. Go get it, Single H, go.
So, in this episode, we learned about William Kaplan for the first 5 minutes of the episode. We are at his celebration, his Chillabon celebration. Celebration.
Oh, his bar mitzvah.
Yeah, his bar mitzvah.
Yeah.
And we get to run into McCollaroo, which we find out did the chisel on him.
Yes.
Which I am jealous of how steady Patty Rapone's hand would while she was writing that.
I have a feeling with that really tight up close shot, maybe that was not Patty LuPone writing that. But before you even get into any of this, can I say something real quick?
Yeah.
I noticed that they kept calling him Teen, but I wasn't sure if that was his name or what he was. But it was what he was, right?
So, they called him Teen because of the chisel.
Yeah.
They couldn't hear his name, so that was his nickname.
So it was what he was. He was a teenager.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Back to Patty LuPone.
And seeing that Lydia Collaroo did the chisel. I can say words. It takes me a second.
Is that Patty LuPone's character's name that you're saying?
Yeah.
Okay. Keep going.
Sorry, dead air for a second. We're passing by our Halloween house.
Dead air kills a podcast. I didn't glance over there. Have they done anything extra?
No.
Okay. Talking about random things other than our topic kills a podcast. And speaking of killing podcasts, have you had a loved one that has recently passed? Are you a skilled golfer that used to spend time with your loved ones? Then getting back on path and staying focused on your dreams while remembering your loved ones is very important. Don't let the distractions of your life take you away from the loved ones' memories that you cherish. At Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery, if you get distracted by the game you love, we'll help you remember the ones you love. That's right. Rolling Greens Golf and Cemetery. Make the place you got your hole in one your place for your hole for one. Rolling Greens.
Self-insert. Go watch the podcast that we broke down how it looks.
All right, so now that we have efficiently distracted ourselves from our topic, can we get back on topic? Are you literally playing a video game on your other device while that we are trying to promote your fun and games podcast?
Sorry.
Maybe you need some coffee to help you get refocused. Do you know a place to go buy some focus recruiting coffee?
Go down to Beanie's Coffee down in Hatchetfield. Go get your cup of roasted blue coffee and tea where you can sing and die. Or join us and die. And go down to Toy Zone to get for $49.95. Your Wiggly.
All right, can I say something, please? I know
Yeah.
what Old Man Mills would say to someone who isn't paying attention to their own podcast.
Sorry,
Put your eyes on it. Pay attention. Talk about what we're talking about. I'm Old Man Mills. I'm Single H. All right, are you back to it now?
This is about to get an R rating.
Okay. Now, Patty LuPone.
Yeah. We find out that she put the chisel on it, and then during the party, the police from Westview goes over to say to William's dad that there's something wrong with the hex. That in case everyone vacates the party, they get in the car, they crash because someone didn't know how to drive.
Because somebody was in the wrong lane.
Yes. And the car crashes, leaving William dead enough time before the police arrive for Billy Maximoff and Soul from WandaVision to go into William Kaplan's body. Now, from here on out, I'm going to call him Billy.
Yes. We're going to start calling him Billy now.
Yep. Goes in to William's body and takes over his life with no memories, with none of William's memories, and no memories from WandaVision except his brother.
Yes. And magically revealing who he was.
Yes.
Because up to that point, whenever he talked about anything related to his identity, that drawing that was etched on that little die that he had in his pocket would cover his mouth to any witch that was listening to him. So was that like a protection spell for the other witches? What's up with that?
It's been probably a protection spell from him.
Yeah.
Like protecting him from himself, because we know Lydia Calderwood's powers are kind of bouncy.
Yeah.
Through time.
Yeah.
Along with what she saw in the globe.
Yes.
Did it to protect him from himself.
So that was a protection spell from himself, but it just happened to stretch out to other witches and warlocks.
Yes.
Okay.
To make sure that he would be protected, that William and Billy would be protected, because it does do it for both names.
Yes. So then we get him linked back up with Agatha in this storyline, and they were awesome at recreating the first episode of Agatha All Along from the perspective of everyone outside of Wanda's hex that was still on Agatha.
Yes. That was amazing.
Yeah.
How different that was from the first episode, and how they're almost showing. Like, this is what actually was happening. Like, Agatha did not have enough speed to actually chase him.
Yeah. And he was slow, and he was just a scared teenager.
Yeah.
And then she has him sitting down in her living room, kind of confined, which ended up being what was the review room in the first episode.
Yeah, the interview room.
Yeah. So, but did you notice what they didn't reshow? They didn't reshow anything that connected to Aubrey Plaza.
They never showed Rio.
Yeah.
But I have a feeling that Rio was also laughing at Agatha while she was running.
Yeah. But I have a feeling...
To a certain degree, was probably laughing at her.
I'm wondering, is she real? Like, have we seen other people interact with her?
Yes, on the road.
On the Witch's Road?
Yes.
Okay, but...
We know she is real. They're like not they were covering her up because of because of other things that we're not going to say.
But we haven't gotten to yet that Funko has also already ruined.
Yep.
All right, so go ahead and rip into that for a second so that the few listeners understand what you're talking about. There may even be people listening to this podcast that don't know what a Funko Pop is. So do the whole thing.
Funko Pops are like little tiny figures of characters. Like, I have one of Beetlejuice. I have one of the Man-Thing. I have one from the Werewolf, from Werewolf by Night.
I have the complete line of Clerks characters.
Yet, I have both Willow and Xander.
Uh-huh.
I'm debating about if I ever want to spend the money to get a Buffy.
Is there a William the Bloody Pop?
Probably,
there really should be.
Or I'm sure I can make one easily. I could probably...
You could get it after you made it.
I could probably buy a Hamilton one.
Yeah.
And do a William off of that.
That's true. Alright, but back to it. Why are we mad at Funko?
Because they revealed what Joe Locke character is and Aubrey Praja. They took away, in the words of Doctor Who, they took away the twist at the end.
Yeah, they already revealed in their line of upcoming toys their secret identities before that they were revealed on the show.
They could have done things. Marvel could have done things to make sure that doesn't happen, but they did not do that.
They could have blurred out the names and this showed these figures were coming out, but blurred out their names. But they
could have done for Joe Locke character that made it say the comics on the top of it instead of the actual TV show.
Yeah.
That's literally what they could have done.
Yeah. So you already knew who Teen was before they revealed it. And it was something. It was like that episode when they revealed him was short. It was like
the whole episode was 50 minutes.
No, it wasn't. The episode where they revealed him was 29 minutes.
Oh yeah.
It was short. And I kind of comment like this show's so entertainment. It's a really quick watch, you know?
Yeah.
But that was the first time I was just like, man, that was short.
Yeah, that was episode 4.
Yeah.
But for the backstory, it was 50 minutes.
But then they backed it up with the 50-minute episode, yeah.
And even that felt like 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah, this show's a quick watch. It's very entertaining.
They figured out pacing for the show.
Yeah.
Quickly, and the pacing worked for it.
Yeah. So, let's get in why do you think, if he already had all these powers,
yeah,
and I think somewhere deep down within himself he knew that.
Yeah.
Why do you think he wants to go down the witch's road?
Well, in this episode, it's Tommy. It's in subtext, but they also, straight out say that it's Tommy.
Do you think that's it, though? Do you think he just wants Tommy back?
He probably wants Wanda back.
Or is this how they also bring back Wanda?
I think it's both, but I think they're going to use the Vision series more to get Wanda back.
Is there going to be a Vision series?
Yes.
Okay, I see that. I didn't know.
Yeah, I think they're going to use the end of it to get Tommy back.
Okay.
And they're going to use the Vision series to finally get Wanda back.
Okay. Okay, that's fair. So you do fully believe that the only reason that he wants to go down the witch's road is to get his brother.
Yeah, and they'll probably also bring back the Coven with that too.
Yeah.
But because I think that with what's going on with Rio, I think they're also going to use that for the Coven.
All right, so I really want to ask a question, but to do this, we have to reveal the other Funko
Yeah.
thing. So,
But I think
huge spoiler coming up.
Huge.
Huge spoiler. If you don't want any spoilers,
get off of the podcast.
Get off of this podcast
right now.
Huge spoiler. All right.
You can come back and listen to it when you're done watching through the whole series.
Yeah.
Finish this episode when you're done watching through the whole series and come back.
Ready? 3, 2, 1. If Aubrey Plaza is in fact death,
yeah,
how do you think that she is the one that brings Tommy back?
Yeah, she could do that, but I also think I think they're going to use the Row to bring Tommy back.
Yeah.
And they're going to use her to bring the Coven. To bring Alex back. Alex Rue. Because she was not in the whole episode. And I agree with the theory that's going around. That she was bringing Alex to the afterlife throughout the whole bit of the episode at the very end. The end 5 to 10 minutes with Agatha and Billy.
Yeah. So there's some few listeners that don't understand who Billy and Tommy are because they didn't watch WandaVision. Can you add that connection real quick?
Billy and Tommy are Wanda's son.
Twin sons.
Yes. From WandaVision, they are also in the comics in the West Coast Avengers. They have an arc with Mephisto. So
they're a part of the Avengers too, huh?
They're a part of the Young Avengers.
So they need them. They're both a part of the Young Avengers.
Yes, they are.
So as they're building this thing with the character in Hawkeye and Ms. Marvel,
yes,
they need them to come back. Is there going to be a Young Avengers TV show?
They're probably going to. It's inevitable at this point. They're
Disney's gonna make all the money off of Marvel.
Yeah, they're also setting it up.
Yeah.
In proof that post-credit scene at the end of the Marvels.
Yeah. Where that she goes and gets the girl from Hawkeye.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kate Bishop.
All right, so now everybody's caught up.
Yeah.
Can we talk about the important thing?
Yeah.
Because I always make this joke in every episode.
Yeah.
That we talk about Agatha all along.
Yeah.
It is the scene that Focus on the Family describes as a recruitment film for interracial LGBTQ attraction.
Yeah.
The introduction of William's boyfriend.
Eddie. I love him so much.
Yeah.
Oh, and the joke that Billy makes. Put away your muscles. I need a page.
When he takes off his shirt and he's like, I gotta stay focused.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm like, I love this. I love this joke so much. But it's how he reacted to Billy going, I am not William. I am.
That he tells his whole thing and the other guy is so in love with him that he gets it.
Yeah.
But he fully believes him when he displays his power. Can you display his power?
So
Can you explain his power?
So Billy Maximoff has all the power that Wanda has. Reading thoughts, being able to do magic, probably going to be able to see through the multiverse and upcoming project, Avenger Doomsday, Avenger Secret Wars.
Okay. It calls it Dr. Doomsday, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
To probably help move it forward.
Yeah.
If they don't use one of the two of them to get in touch with Monica, I'm going to be mad, though.
Alright, and remind all the few listeners who Monica is.
Monica Rambeau is,
is she the
Captain Marvel's,
niece?
Yeah, Captain Marvel's niece.
Yeah. And her mom exists in this parallel universe with the X-Men.
Yes.
Where her mom is the Captain Marvel in the X-Men universe.
Yet, I have a theory that Captain Marvel is actually was not supposed to become Captain Marvel. It was always supposed to be Monica's mother.
Yeah.
And this is a branch, even in the MCU itself, a branch timeline that we act like it's the sacred timeline, but it's secretly the biggest branch of them all.
And they get all these parallel universes, but I am never going to get Brett Goldstein as Hercules.
Oh, we'll find our way.
All right,
yeah.
back to Agatha.
Yeah, and that scene in the car was so much like, oh, this is good representation.
Of what?
Of, like, the kind of, like, being accepting and, like, letting them be people.
How LGBTQ people can be very open and accepting with each other.
Yeah.
And willing to listen. It's almost as if they're trying to show that they have normal relationships.
Yeah.
Or describe what a normal relationship is, because most straight people don't have normal relationships.
Yeah.
But this isn't the Single 8 show. Let's move along.
Yeah, and them being like showing that every part of them, that they're not, that their sexuality or their gender identity, like showing off all those posters in Billy's room. That I love that even in Billy's room he kept all of William's posters and all of William's stuff. Now that there's horror posters throughout it. And I love that's how they showed how...
So they didn't take away...
They added.
They added to show the coexistence of the two.
Yeah.
I did not catch that.
It took New Rockstar to show it to me. Go watch New Rockstar. They do excellent breakdowns. It's where I get most of the information from that I get throughout to you guys. Go watch them. They are great.
Always cite your sources.
Yep.
Yes. I'll start watching that, because do they reveal some of this stuff too? Are they spoiler-packed episodes?
They have, like, they do a very big spoiler portion at the end.
Yeah.
For Agatha because of Funko.
Yeah.
To make sure that they can explain everything in its entirety.
Yeah.
So, it's awesome. They go into the comics a little bit more than I do, because I only have so much information off of the comics that can be stored in my brain while I'm trying to learn trigonometry for the first time.
Are you studying trigonometry right now?
Yep.
Holy crap, dude. Okay. So the biggest the encompassing point of these last two episodes was, hey y'all, I'm Billy.
Yes.
And hey y'all.
And we had a Nicholas Scratch reveal last episode, which was awesome. I hope we learn more about that.
Yeah.
Maybe because they do have 1800s outfits in one of the trials. Not right now, Father.
Oh my gracious. Oh, okay. So, y'all need to know what happens. We exist in the mobile recording studio. The fastest bicyclist in the freaking world just passed us driving, and he scared the crap out of me when he just popped up out of nowhere. Oh my gracious. All right, we've broke kayfabe enough. All right, back to it.
Yeah, and it's awesome to see them tie it back to WandaVision very well. I feel like you don't need WandaVision to watch it, because they will provide you the content you need to understand.
You know what? That's a fair statement. They have worked really hard in making it so that Agatha all along is both a connection series
and it's standalone
WandaVision, and it has the ability to stand alone on its own within its storytelling. Whoever wrote this show did a really great job on that.
And it was awesome because everyone in the Coven except Rio showed up in this episode.
Yeah.
In episode 6. Because Alex showed up when she was working as a police officer.
Yeah.
We had...
Kitty was in there as a car that blocked off his running.
We had Jennifer in a video.
Yeah.
Then I love how they went on how she looks.
Yeah.
I love that so much. I'm like, they complimented her. It was... That little part of the episode I loved. Like, because Jennifer deserved it. What we know of her backstory, she deserved all the compliments. She's wonderful.
Yeah.
And we saw everyone except Rio in that episode.
Yeah, and Rio, and I just think there's a reason for that. There's a reason we don't see the fight between Agatha and Rio. I think there's a reason that we don't see Rio.
Well, because she's locked in the closet. That's why we don't see that.
He sees them fighting, though. They do open the door during the fight. There's a lot that happened after that door was open.
Yeah.
Okay, and they didn't readdress any of that.
Yeah, because that's going into spoiler territory again.
Yeah.
I will explain to you that off of podcasts.
Okay, sounds good.
Why I believe they did not show her. And we will explain more into Rio probably in our post series.
When we overview the whole thing at the end.
Yeah, we'll do our final review, and then the next episode will be our post series for both Only Murders and Agatha.
Sounds good.
Cause this series is really good. Please go and watch it. The cinematography in it, it's awesome.
Yeah.
Like, they know how to move those cameras, and I feel like even though we were seeing Billy throughout a lot of the episode, they did a lot of good POV shots of him.
Quite true.
Because sometimes the camera did shake, sometimes he was very stable in his place that the camera could stay stable. And I'm like, I love seeing actors act, but sometimes I love seeing what are the cameras doing to tell the story. So, yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that was a lot of conversation today, and that was the Single Late Show half-hour power hour for this week.
Your name is...
My name is Michael Davis. Your name is...
Hunter Mills. Y'all have a great week.